continuing from part 1 of vectors formula list, so you can consider this. We were on 13th point. Let's note down that point. 13th point says it's a list of all the formulas here, shortcut list. When you multiply a dot, when you take a dot b vector, if it is 0, if it is coming out to be 0, then what does this mean? That means AB cos theta is 0, which means cos theta is 0. And when is cos theta 0? At 90 degrees. That means A vector is perpendicular to B vector. Okay. Next point, it says if A vector plus B vector whole modulus whole square is what? It's simply the vector modulus whole squares, taken as like this. Okay. To here you will not take your vector modulus, these are just brackets, and this is a dot product. Okay, next, can you guess it yourself? What should be the modulus square of this value a minus b vector? That will come out to be a vector mod square b vector mod square minus 2a vector dot b vector. I hope it's clear to you. This is very easy. Next, if you are asked to multiply addition and subtraction both together and without modulus, a vector plus b vector as in brackets dot product a vector minus b vector as in brackets, that will give out to you as a vector mod whole square b vector mod whole square. Okay, this is simple, just general maths that you must be knowing before class 10th. Okay, next it says if you're adding 2 modulus whole squares whole square, then it will come out to be 2 times modulus square. Okay. Next point is a vector plus b vector whole modulus is equal to a vector plus b vector. If suppose this is given to you, then this will imply what? Can you guess? This will imply that a vector either it is parallel or what? Or anti-parallel, of course, to b. Okay, to b vector. Okay, but if this condition is followed, that means it is parallel. Okay. Next point, it says a vector plus b vector whole modulus whole square, that will give you whole square plus, and if this condition is followed, then what does this mean to you? That means a and b are orthogonal. Orthogonal. So orthogonal is perpendicular. Okay, next point I'm going to take is as a 14th number. Let's deal with it. 14th number says if this is your a vector and there's another which is your b vector. Okay, if there's an angle between the two as theta, then you would say that a vector and b vector are unit vectors. If it is given that to you, that both of them are unit vectors, then what can you say about them? Then you'll say that a vector mod is equals to b vector mod if both of them are equal to 1, because they are unit vectors. So what can you say about tan theta by 2 value? Tan theta by 2. Here it is theta and I'm taking theta by 2. That will come out to be equal to a vector minus b vector whole mod divided by a vector plus b vector. These are the simple formulas that's going to help you in exams, because derivation is not needed. And if you want to see derivation part of it, watch my other videos. You'll find it more clear to understand them. Okay, next it's time for 15th point. 15th point says, this is very simple. You have something called origin here, and this is your a vector. Okay, and this is your b point as b vector, a vector, b vector, and you want to take perpendicular here. That will be your L point, suppose. So you can consider this and this as a combination. This vector plus this vector is equals to this vector because of triangle law. Okay, So what will be the value of LB vector? That we need to find out. Okay, so what will be the value of LB vector? It's very simple. LB vector is equals to B vector minus OL vector. It's very simple. And what is OL vector? OL vector is actually projection vector of OB vector. So it will be equal to B vector minus projection of B vector on A vector and taking its dot product with the direction, because here direction is A vector. So we'll take a unit vector here, okay, and solve it. This has come in AIEEE exam previous years. Okay, then you have this, and if you multiply them, you'll find out that this value is gonna come, and you'll find that the end result would be B vector subtraction B dot A vector whole divided by A vector mod whole square whole multiplied by A vector. In terms of vectors that you need, then you'll find this whole formula. Okay, let's move on to our 16th point. 16th point is very simple. 16th point, if you're taking cross product of two vectors, what does that mean? That simply means modulus of first vector modulus of second vector sine theta into n unit vector. And what is the direction of A cross B vector? Obviously, if A vector is here and B vector is here, then obviously they are in a plane. Then the perpendicular vector is here, either this way or this way, perpendicular to both of them simultaneously. That will be the direction of n unit vector. So n unit vector will be equal to plus minus 2. Why plus minus 2? Either it can be upwards or downwards. So that is why we'll be taking two directions here. A vector cross B vector upon vector cross B vector whole mod. Okay. Now it's time for 17th point. 17th point is very simple again. This is your A point, O, A vector. This is another vector here, that is your B vector, and you've taken a perpendicular to it here as L. Obviously it's gonna include in a plane. Okay, that should be C. Okay, then this is your n unit vector, which is perpendicular to both of them, as I said it in the previous 16th point. Okay, so what will be A cross B vector here? It will be vector area of parallelogram OACB. As you can see, this parallelogram I'm talking about, this whole of the area will give you the A cross B vector, values of A cross B vector. Okay, so it should be equal to OA vector, this first vector, only its magnitude, okay, because it is area, we're considering area here, OA into BL. BL is the perpendicular. If you need to care what is the area of a parallelogram, do you know the formula? Area of a parallelogram is any side and a perpendicular to that length of this side. So this will give you the area of the parallelogram. So that is what I am doing here into this direction, because it's vector equivalent here, so you need to put a direction also. Okay, let's come to our 18th point. 18th point says that if you have OA here and your OC here, so A vector, B vector, and their net vector is this point. Okay, and area of parallelogram OABCO is equal to how much? Is equal to modulus of A cross C vector. A cross C vector. I'm so sorry, this is your C vector. Obviously this should be C because I'm marking it as C. Okay, then what will be the area of triangle? Area of triangle OAB is half of OA, O is again A vector and OB vector this time. Okay. Let's come to our 19th point. 19th point says, if you have a B vector here, C vector here, and I've joined the two, and if you draw the perpendicular from here, this point is as L, then area of triangle ABC will be what? Area of triangle ABC will be how much? A is here, B and C. What will be the area of this triangle? It will be again equal to half of, okay, half of what? BC vector modulus cross AL vector. This is just simple multiplication. Okay, half of base into height, base is BC and then height is AL, or if you want to consider it in vector form, will be equals to half of B vector cross C vector. Any two vectors continuously multiplied and taking their mod and divided by 2 will give you the area. So what will be the value of AL mod here? What will be the value of this vector AL mod? Okay, that would be equal to B cross C vector mod to BC vector mod. Okay, B cross C vector modulus C minus B vectors. There's again a modulus here also. I hope it's clear to you. Last point of this video, it says that if you have something quadrilateral, it seems as if it is a trapezium, but I have taken it as a quadrilateral only because trapezium is a quadrilateral. Area of any quadrilateral ABCD will be equal to half of AC vector cross BD vector. What is AC vector? AC vector cross BD vector, BD. That is multiplication of their diagonals. Okay, so stay tuned for my other video and watch my part 3 of this video to know more about vectors. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to my channel, Ashutosh Academy.